Good evening. Today is Tuesday, the 2nd of November, 2021. In the customs that have grown from Mexico and Central America, today is celebrated as El Día de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. And while we may think that is rather morbid, it is in fact a celebration of those who have gone before us. If you've not seen the animated film Coco, you might have a look at this amazing Disney film from 2017. It does a very nice job of reminding us that death is something that will come for all of us, and that remembering those who have gone before us is part of our duty. Saint Benedict, in chapter 4 of his rule, called the Instruments of Good Works, at verse 47, says, "Keep death daily before your eyes." In a translation which is now 40 years old, that verse is translated as, "Remind yourself every day that you're going to die." Yes, death will come for all of us, but we recall, to quote the abbot of St. John's Abbey in Minnesota, we recall our communion with those who have gone before us, our bonds of affection, the tender quirkiness of individual human persons, the fragility of our lives, the incredible, amazing grace that has washed through our lives in those who were once in our midst. We recognize our unity with them and with all the saints who live in God. The Day of the Dead is juxtaposed with the Feast of All Saints, which falls traditionally on the 1st of November. And also, so we have a triduum, as it were, a 3-day festival of Halloween, All Saints, and Day of the Dead. This calls to mind the fluidity of God's saving work in Jesus Christ. Those we remember today on the Day of the Dead may not be considered saints by some, but with the right lens, with God's lens of love and faithfulness, we may just see that they too are redeemed in the blood of the Lamb. But since it's Tuesday and therefore normally a music day, here's a short piece by the Belgian organist and composer Flor Peters, who was born in 1903 and died in 1986. He has written this piece called In Memoriam, in memory of one of his friends from Belgium, and it incorporates one of my favorite Gregorian chants, In Paradisum, a text which you may know from many settings of the Requiem. May the angels lead you into paradise. I wish you a pleasant evening.